So why ethics? Ethics, if you know a little bit of practical things, that is called pragmatism. If you have practical pragmatism in your day-to-day life, if you are observant, you will fetch a good mark. But if you are not, then it will be a very tough paper for you. And good marks here is always necessary to ace the mains, that I can say you from my personal experience. And there is a huge gap. If somebody is getting, around 100, the maximum marks is 130 also, or even more than that. In 2016, I am saying 2016 means. And uh, this is also helping in the essay paper of yours. And if you got to know the real meaning of ethics, if you got to know the real meaning of ethics, you will be acing the essay paper also. And your administrative life will be easier than others, because you know the differences about person to person, your own personality, and several many varied things. So here will be the plan of action for ethics topics. I will be covering the keywords in the syllabus like integrity, corruption, impartiality, uh, 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 value, ethics. These are the very basic things, but people are always confused, like what is the difference between probity, and what is the meaning of corruption. So corruption and probity are two different things, but having the linkages. So I will be covering the keywords in the syllabus. Then I will be defining them and making the differences out of them. And I will be also covering the new case studies in ethics, that is blue whale game like things and all, like Haryana arson case, or police atrocity. These type of case studies I will be covering in different topics. Indian and world thinkers will be covered one by one whenever I get the time. Quotes and their meaning with examples are very much necessary. Generally they ask the Gandhi's quote, Marx quote, Weber's quote, different types of Kautilya's quote they are asking, but the quotes are very tough. Sometimes they have dual meaning, sometimes they have layerish meaning, but you will have to come up with the deep meaning to get the good marks. And any other suggestions or topics if you want to get me cover, then you have to write it down in the comment section over here in the on my channel. So let's move on with the topic 1. So topic 1 is all about the 7 social sins. And why I am covering this, because ethics paper, and the here you should correct it, ETHICS. I'm sorry for the mistake, sorry for the typo error. Ethics paper 4 UPSC CSE 2016 have already asked, discuss Mahatma Gandhi's concept of 7 sins. And many of the people who were not aware of the second ARC fourth report, there it is being covered. They have only given the 7 sins over there, but they have not explained. So people were not ready to write this answer, so they write anything they think about it. But the 7 sins must be specific and must be specified in your description to get the good marks. And why I am covering this now, because if you know these 7 sins, you know the character of Mahatma Gandhi also. And later on in your ethics, in your essay paper, in your value addition, even in your interview, you will be acing with very good personality, because these 7 sins are real problems till now, and the relevance of Gandhi is even now because of these theories and these philosophies in this pressing time also. So let's begin. So these are 7 sins. So I will be enumerating, then I will be explaining. Politics without principles. So politics is at the helm of affairs right now, and politics is going through very crossroads, because they are the instrument of change, but not particularly on the ground that is being seen. Wealth without work. So wealth creation, black money economy, or the shadow economy is the real problem for India and the world, and we are hedging against it, but we are not being successful. So wealth without work is the problem of ethics. So he has said about that, wealth without work is the real sin. Politics without principle is the real sin. Leisure without conscience means if you are holidaying without talking about the others suffering, if you are taking the freedom to take the leisure or holiday or pleasure without thinking about others, or you are being selfish, then it is a problem for the society again. So this menace must be removed from the individual and the society. Knowledge without character, this is the most important thing. Even Kalam Sahab was talking about knowledge without character. Knowledge must contain character, otherwise the nation, the society or the individual will be torn down between different status, and they will not bring happiness to the overall society or even to themselves. So commerce without morality, business ethics or ethics in business is the real challenge right now. You can see from the corporate going ori to create their their wealth and all, and they are not caring for the morality, they are not caring for the socialism, so-called socialism. They are only talking about the capitalism and the power of capital, and otherwise the labor and all are being declined, being neglected. Science without humanity, this is the concern of even our national security, international terrorism, and even North Korea, even Pakistan is the real challenge for humanity right now, because they have created the science like hydrogen bombs, the nuclear powers, tactical or strategic weapons, but they don't have any sort of humanity. That is being seen by different type of attacks on Pathankot, Uri, even the Mumbai attack, even they have attacked the World Trade Center and all. So worship without sacrifice, worship over here means religion without sacrifice. That is a real challenge also, because religion, on the name of religion, being divisive politics is being played. So let's move on. 7 social sins quoted by Mahatma Gandhi in Young India 1925, and this is Young India, the journal, published first in January 1990. This is the #1 volume 2, and a weekly paper or journal in English published by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. You must be naming the full name of Gandhiji. And from 1919 to 1931, the main phase of Gandhian era, Gandhi has published it. And Gandhi wrote various quotations in this journal that inspired many. And he used Young India to spread his unique ideology and thoughts regarding the use of non-violence in organizing movements, and urged readers to consider, organize and plan for India's eventual independence from Britain. Next, what is sin? Here you can see, social, the meaning of social. सामाजिक, हिंदी में इसको कहते हैं सामाजिक, social. Social sins means a society is the biggest thing between government and the people. Society is there, civil society is there even, and this is the sin. It has been described as the social sins. So sins is an immoral act, that is transgression against divine law. So sins are wrongdoing, act of evil or wickedness, transgression, crime, offense, misdeed, error, lapse, fall off from grace, or this in antonym is virtue or good. So sins antonym is virtue or good. If you are not a sinner, you are a virtuous man. If you are not a sinner, you are a good man. Moving on to first social sin, that is politics without principle. There are two types of politics. Politics of power capture, that is being seen in several countries including India, and the politics of empowerment of people, because politics was theoretically seen as the empowerment of people, but today use of money power, muscle power, that is the main challenge of EC also, election commission, and criminalization of politics. Criminals are coming to the politics, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and they are making the law for us. So we must believe in God in that sense. Disregard to women is a main problem. Even the legislators are not gender sensitive. Disempowerment of sovereign or social upliftment. So sovereign means the citizens right now are the disempowered one, because they have transferred their power. The social contract theory tells about the social power that has been given to the government to work for them, for the citizens, but politicians work for themselves, bureaucrats work for themselves. So politics without principle is against social upliftment. So illustrations can be seen. Politics at the time of Indian independence movement was very different. It was serene, it was for the people, it was for the independence, it was having lofty ideals, so big ideals were there. It was for the people, by the people, and this was not against the morality per se. Leaders at the time of independence or constituent assembly, you can see the stalwarts like Ambedkar, Gandhi, even Pandit Nehru, Rajendra Prasad, Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Everybody was entangled in the upliftment of India, New India, and they have talked about the tryst with destiny, that India is going to see post independence. But even now, after 7 decades, it is a big problem. Congress party as envisioned by Gandhi. Gandhi envisioned the Congress party after independence as a social platform, not as a political party. So it was like that, but later on, even that political party fragmented into Congress I, and we can see that even some personalities even imposed the emergency and all. And Gandhi talked about Swaraj to Suraj to Antyodaya. Antyodaya means the upliftment of the last man at the line. So no want, freedom from want, freedom of want was the goal of Mahatma Gandhi, but today it is totally different. Examples can be Women's Reservation Bill, that is 108th Constitutional Amendment Bill is pending before our parliament. So women reservation bill, so empowerment politics is not there, because male chauvinism or male political agendas are there at the core of political parties, so they are not ready to change that much. PRIs, that is Panchayati Raj institutions and urban local bodies, has given 33 to 50% representation, and but this is a very progressive legislation, that is 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. You must have known about it, sorry. But at the end of the day, Mukhyapati means the husbands of these women are actually fighting elections, and actually they are in the power. That is being seen in different states. But that case is now the case of past. Even the women are being empowered, but that will take even a time to go deeper into the society. So 243T talks about the women's reservation in the ULVs of Nagaland, but Nagaland, even these northern states are being seen as matriarchal societies and empowered societies towards women. But this case has shown their vulnerability of power politics also. The Nagaland, the political parties are not ready to give 33% reservation to their women, because they are thinking that they have autonomous regional councils and all, so they are not giving. So this case is also about politics without principles. Solution has been given by the second IRC, that is Code of Ethics, Model Code of Conduct Enforcement. Model Code of Conduct means the level playing field. It makes the level playing field for every, even the smaller one who are not who are bereft of money power, and even the star campaigners. So Model Code of Conduct must be enforced by Election Commission. It is being seen that is being violated. State funding of election is one option to election reform. Economics and rationality versus manifesto and freebies, that can can be seen in Tamil Nadu, Delhi, even Delhi election, or even every election like general election and all. The political parties are not thinking in sense of economic rationality and the longer cause of the national national financial power, but they are giving freebies in the name of politics. In the happiness in the happiness of his subjects lies the king's happiness, and in the welfare of his subjects lies the king's welfare. That is being told by Kautilya, none other than Kautilya. So these political parties must be aware about that. And this quote you can search the full quote, and you can even quote in your answers. Moving ahead, so second social sin is wealth without work. If you are creating wealth without work, using shortcuts, uncompetitive actions, unsolicited or illegal ways to earn money, that is not principled money. That is not give you calm and cool and a good lifestyle, that in your back of the head you will be very fearful, and in while you are praying to the God, you will be in fear that God will not listen to me at the time of crisis. So examples are black money, counterfeiting of money, and Benami transactions. And Vittal was the previous former CVC, and he has told that Babu means bureaucracy, Neta, that political parties and political class. The Lala means business, Jhola means NGOs, and Dada means criminals. All these are the vantage point, or the creator of corruption in the society. So what are the solution? Tough laws and measures and technology use, ICT use can make more of transparency in the system, and tough laws like RTI Act, Citizen Charter Act, service delivery bills, these can give, and tough laws like Benami Transaction Act recently, like demonetization was actually experimented. So these type of digitalization can be used. So these tough law and measures must be used so that people deter from collecting the bad money and illegal money and black giving shadow economy or black economy the boost. So integrity and probity at all walks of five main states of the democracy. Five main states of democracy, you can know, you already know that three states of democracy is legislature, executive, and judiciary. Then fourth state is called the media, and fifth and the foremost is the people or the citizen. So all these states of democracy must be having integrity and probity at all levels. And Kautilya has talked about wealth without work, because Kautilya actually used his own coffers to work for his own business, and he only used the state coffers whenever he got to use the business of the state. So that kind of ethics is required. That kind of ethics seems very tough in today's time, but that is very much required. And the case study is that with 80,000 salary, 200 crore of wealth has been amassed by a senior IS officer in Maharashtra, who gets a monthly salary of 82,000, has allegedly acquired fortunes worth 200 crore rupees. India Today Online, Pune, ये 2014 case. So bribery and corruption is at the core of bureaucracy right now. So wealth without work is a social sin that must be get eradicated from the society. Leisure without conscience. Leisure means free time, pleasure, or you can see holidaying at the cost of others' work, selfishness or neglecting interest of others. Real life example can be telling lie through children that Papa is not at home, Mama is not at home. Please tell the customer that the bank is closed and it is holiday, or any sort of lie they are telling. Bank links are not there. If you are in line and if you ask the clerk that why they are not doing work and taking their samosa and chai, So they will tell you that link is not there. Even if the link is there, they are not going to their work. So delaying tactics of bureaucracy and business is also that if somebody is in pain but bureaucracy are enjoying. Swachhata not work of municipality alone. So right now the behavioral economics is going on. So Swachhata, Swachh India Abhiyan, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan cannot work if we rely only on municipality, because it is also our duty. So leisure without conscience, we cannot say that roads are not clean just because of municipality. We also have to work. We cannot be enjoying or seeing the good roads or clean roads without our help or without our contribution. Diwali firecrackers is also example. Diwali firecrackers, people are actually opposing the Diwali firecrackers ban, but you can see that people are making business out of it. But environment is at the menace. So you must not be having your own pleasure through Diwali only, and you cannot care about Shivakasis, children, workers, laborers, and the environment also. So your pleasure must not be killing the whole society. Knowledge without character, and this man is the perfect example of about saying about knowledge without character. Knowledge without character is like water in the sand. In the sand, if you feel through the water, the water will be not seen. So this is the Guinean proverb: knowledge without character is like water in the sand. So your knowledge will not be seen by others if you don't have good character. Bruce Lee said knowledge will give you power, character gives you respect. So if you want to gain the power only, knowledge is enough, but if you want to gain the respect of others, character is must. Where there is righteousness in heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. APJ Abdul Kalam, none other than the stalwart himself, has said about the beauty in the character and the nation building and peace in the world. Character means mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual, and it is more about integrity and honesty. An example can be topping by cheating. In some states you can have the example that people are cheating and then topping, but later on when it is being probed, they are being not even being able to say the normal questions, but failing but topping. Example, Gaurav Agrawal has actually failed in his IITs several times, but he rose to his hard work and perseverance, and then he topped and got the All India rank 1 in civil services examination. So that can be seen as knowledge without character or character without knowledge. So Osama bin Laden is one example who actually trampled on the humanity, and Einstein and Dr. Kalam, who gave to the world good things like electricity through atom bombs and all, and atomic principle and all. Dr. Kalam was at the helm of affairs of nuclear and space technology in India. So you can see that character. Commerce without morality. Commerce here means business, and it is generally related to capitalism, and morality tells that socialism or the social aspect must be taken care of in the free market economy or regulated economy. If that is free market economy, the competition will be free, but the level playing will be less and less. So there should be regulated economy in the socialistic countries like India, and competition must not be free. It must be regulated. The competition must be at level playing field. So immorality in business can be seen through the example of poor work condition of the laborers, adulteration of goods and foods to just make profit, profiteering. This can be seen in the GST bill also, that anti-profiteering law is there, that so that people who are businessmen can actually give their customer the benefits that they are getting, and not over profiteer. So contractualization without social safety, this is also concern of industrial economies, even the India, that whosoever has the capital are not taking the concern of social safety of the laborers. And morality in business can be seen as good examples are maternity relief by the government some days back, some months back. Then philanthropy by the businessmen, just like Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation works towards Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation work towards polio or the vaccination cause, and they are even giving push to the nudge economy or nudge unit in the Niti Aayog to push forward the behavioral economics, that is hand wash, hand wash to the children, because hand wash is very important to get rid of children's good health they can get through hand wash and all. Even the Swachhata Abhiyan is getting help of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So they are even giving, just like Facebook has given, even the Microsoft has, even the Warren Buffett, that Hathaway guy, has given their most of the money, 90%, up to 90% of money to the philanthropies to solve the world's biggest problems. Even the CSR, corporate social responsibility, government has enacted that act, and for through that act you have to give a certain amount of your profit, that is 2% of your profit, if that profit exceeds certain amount. So let's move on. Science without humanity. Science without humanity means atom bombs were not actually meant for destruction of Nagasaki or Hiroshima or the world. Atoms for peace is the necessary element. Or this year's also this year's Nobel also talked about the atoms for peace and all. Pakistan or North Korea, they are jarheads, corruption centric and poor populace. Even then they are making bombs. So here you can see the North Korea's dictator Kim Jong Un. So these kind of science without humanity will not solve the world's problem. It will even increase the problem. And this is the seventh sin, worship without sacrifice. Worship here means religion of Mother Teresa of Kolkata was totally different from today's politics or divisive politics or communal politics of religious identities, because ritualism is not the order of any religion. True religion, ritualism is against the true meaning of religion. Actually, it has been focused by Mr. Rajaram. This has been focused by Vivekanand, Gandhi and Buddha also. True religion shows compassion, karuna, affection and brotherhood, bhatittu ki bhavana. It is even written in brotherhood and compassion. These type of words are even at the core of our preamble or our constitutional order, that fraternity and brotherhood must, integrity and sovereignty of nation depends upon it. So we must be caring about these things. And charity begins at home. You cannot expect that other people will do sacrifice for your religion. You must sacrifice for others. You must be affectionate. You must be brotherhood. You must be compassionate. And these are the sacrifices you should do. And the recent case of Baba Gurmeet case, you can see that this man has done a lot of harm to the society. And faith is another thing, but if faith comes against the constitutional order, the societal peace and against humanity, it must be punished, and the courts have done the deal, the fair deal. And Mahatma Gandhi talked about the Vaishnav Janto Taine Kahiye Peer Parai Janere, means Vaishnav means whosoever are religious or Vaishnav must know the suffering of others, otherwise there is no cause of the religion. Religion must know about the other's cause, other's pain. That is all about the worship without sacrifice. So these are all 7 sins you must have been aware about right now, and I will revise it once again. Politics without principles, so politics must be good. Wealth without work, so you must work hard to get the good wealth. Leisure without conscience, you must not do a holiday on the back of others. Knowledge without character, a character and knowledge must be assimilated. Commerce without morality means business ethics is must. Science without humanity means science must take the concern of humanity also. And worship without sacrifice means religious order must be having brotherhood and integrity of the nation. So these are the social sense.